This video is all about the eligibility criteria at the time of listing. If you've not watched my previous video, it is about why there was a need to even create a separate exchange called the SME exchange. And we also talk about the difference between the SME platform and the main board. So do consider watching that video first. And now let's get into it. The only requirement that is provided by law is that a company's post-issue paid-up capital should not exceed 25 crores. This condition is there because they want to limit the SME exchange to truly smaller companies, and if your paid-up capital goes beyond 25 crores, then you are no longer considered a small company and you will be asked to migrate to the main board. But that is the only eligibility criteria otherwise. And apart from that, the individual platforms, the stock exchanges at which you are trying to list yourself, will have their own eligibility criteria. Let's look into that. In case of both BSE and NSE, they have a requirement that you should have a positive net worth. Your paid up capital plus reserves should be positive. So your reserve, you should not have so much accumulated losses that your net worth becomes negative. So that is one condition. In case of BSE, they also have a condition that the net tangible assets of the company should be at least 1.5 crores. Here net tangible assets is just your total assets minus your total liabilities, and also subtracting the intangible assets like your company's goodwill or any intellectual property rights that your company has. So that is your net tangible asset, and again this is not a very difficult condition to fulfill. The next condition being that the company should have a combined track record of at least 3 years. So combined track record here means that even if you were, suppose, a partnership firm for 2 years and then now you've been a company for 1 year, then you do have 3 years of track record in that particular line of business. So that is all that they want to ensure, that you have some experience in that business. And the last condition is that you should have positive cash accruals. In case of BSE, it's just 1 out of 3 years. But in case of NSE, again, it's simple. You need to have it for the last 2 years. Positive cash accrual is just your cash that is generated from operations, not taking into account the non-cash expenses such as depreciation that you might take into account for calculating net profit. So just that cash accrual needs to be positive and you are eligible. Now here I would like to mention that there are some additional disclosures and everything that is required by both BSE and NSE, and I felt that those will be too technical or too much in detail. I have compiled that into a PDF and you will find a link in the description box where you can download this if you are interested. I hope that this video gave you some clarity on how to decide whether your company is eligible to list itself on the SME platform. In the next video, we will be discussing when a company should think about listing itself. When is it a right time for a company to start working on listing?